Hello everybody, Pretzel Road here, and welcome back to another episode of the Cleanup Crew Let's Play series. We are now on episode 29, and today I have some very big news. So if you remember back to the first few episodes of the series, if you were watching then, you will know that part of the goal of this scenario that we're playing right now is to reach a population of 75,000. Now, at the moment, we have a population of 759. And so, for a while now, we've been sort of, not really doing anything to, meet that goal. We've been working on this lovely park, this lovely amusement park, but really since episode 10, when we built this area, episodes 10 and 11, when we built this suburban area, we haven't done very much significant in the way of actually expanding out. The most we've really done is built a new, refreshed downtown since then, a few episodes ago, but even that didn't really increase capacity at all. So what I'm going to do today is very big. This is probably my most ambitious project yet, maybe after completely revamping downtown last time. But it's a very, very large-scale project, and I'm really excited for it. So over the course of this episode, I'm going to expand downtown out this way. I'm going to expand it out this way. And I'm going to expand it out this way. And in that process, I'm going to convert the periphery to suburban style to match this area more. Additionally, because that's not all I'm doing, I'm also going to expand out this side of the suburban area outwards. So this is going to be a very big episode. I'm really excited for it. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start by expanding this, expanding our downtown outwards. I'm going to try expanding it out to the lake first, and then I'm going to begin expanding out a couple of blocks to the left and right. So obviously this is not a very good on-camera thing, so I'm going to cut to it being completed right about now. Right, so a couple of hours of puttering around with roads and these trees later, and we now finally have this entire area laid out. Now we do have a couple of things that we need to fix. Number one, the tram depot has been moved and is no longer within the, or is no longer connected to tram tracks. So we'll want to take care of that quickly. We can work on a tram line right here later. We're going to have a couple of disconnected tram lines. We're going to have this here, which doesn't exist yet, and then the yellow line, I believe, which went through the, which went through our old ferry terminal, got displaced. So all of our public transit is going to be a mess for a bit, but I think I'm okay with that, because really what I want to start doing, is I really want to, get us going with zoning here, quickly. I think it shouldn't be too, it shouldn't be too long, so I think I can do this on camera fairly easily, but really, zoning is the main thing that I want to pay attention to at the moment. So I'm going to try mostly doing, residential for a lot of this. We could also maybe expand out our tourist area a little bit. But I think that the residential is really the big thing that I want to focus on. So I think what I'll do is I'll get the tourist stuff, and I'll extend that out for a couple of blocks over here. So we'll do a couple of blocks of tourist, a couple more blocks of tourist stuff over here. We can do a bit of commercial, like standard commercial maybe, down right along our main road area, right over here. And then we'll expand out residential to all of the remaining blocks. So I'm just getting the district tool right now, so that way once I begin zoning, I'll have the things looking exactly how I want them to. I didn't explain that very well, but hopefully you get what I mean. So we'll move our residential a little bit around here. I did also have to rearrange some stuff in the university, actually, because some of that got, some of that was getting in the way of me expanding all the way down to the riverfront. There's a lot that I want to do with this riverfront at some point, but for the next couple of episodes, I'd really like to focus on expanding. So I'm actually thinking probably this episode is not going to be a good episode for working on this or expanding out this way and this way just yet. But hopefully we can at least have something today, and over the next couple of episodes we'll continue to work our way outwards, and also working on this suburban area a bit more. But this is, I think, probably some of the most important section to be working on, this area right here and this right here, because these are areas that are currently these areas currently aren't developed really outside of where we already had buildings. Really, these are big expansion projects, whereas out on these sides it's really just sort of developing more. So what's really important for me is to get the new stuff in. Now, it is about time that I continue expanding this around. So we'll take this all the way out to here. I do also need to, I will also need to connect up the new ferry terminal now, because that has been displaced by our big reconstruction project. So that's going to be another big thing there, and we'll have to move around the bus line. We've got a lot of work to do, especially on the public transit end now, is basically what I'm saying. So expect to see some public transit work, maybe a little bit of park stuff, and additional expansion over the next few episodes. So with that, we can now, in fact, I think I'm going to leave the whole tram fiasco for next episode. So with that, we can begin taking care of zoning. So if we just take a look quickly at our district map again, so that we make sure that we are zoning things in the right spots, we will want to do high-density residential, or high-density commercial, sorry, all along this area. And you'll notice I haven't done any offices, and that's because I've really been struggling to get any demand for industrial stuff, which is what our what residential or offices fulfill. So that's why there are no office spaces in our new plan. So then this block is going to be residential. This block, oh, I missed all of the paths going this way. So at some point I'll have to get around to that as well. This episode's an absolute mess. I have to say, I really, that's not what that's supposed to be. This should be high density commercial. yeah. This episode's kind of a mess. Sorry for that. I think the next few episodes will all be sort of geared towards fixing that up. Turning this new area into really a fully functioning region. I think that expanding this area out should hopefully be a lot easier because it doesn't have a whole lot of infrastructure that I need to work on. Whereas there's all sorts of infrastructure, there's all sorts of, like, crazy planning stuff that I have to pay attention to for the area that I just built. So, yeah. Actually, I think I want to get a bit more residential in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down on... I'm going to expand out our residential area to include these couple of blocks as well. And I said the word and I didn't really know what to say, so I'm saying something now. Hello everyone, and welcome to the new and expanded Westfield. So, what we do now have is we do have our entire city expanded all the way out to here. I changed our zoning a little bit, so I moved a little bit more, I moved residential a little bit closer to the lake, and that's just because it seemed like residential was in far higher demand than commercial was, and to the point where basically all of the new commercial was struggling with employment. So I fixed that. Outside of that, we do now have this port area right next to the city. I moved the bus line so that it goes out to here now correctly. I think it went over to like here or something before. So I did fix that. I also have fixed the ferry line. That was routed to, I think, about over here. So I adjusted the ferry line so it does now go over to the new terminal correctly. And we still have more to work on the tram front, because at the moment we have this thing, our tram depot, which I don't believe is connected to any of the tram lines at the moment, which is kind of a minor problem, maybe. And we also have the yellow line, I believe, is not able to be completed at the moment. I think it's this one right here is no longer able to be completed at the moment, because the end of it got completely destroyed. Well, the end of it is fine, but the connection between this last stop here and the part where it exited the sort of periphery of the city over here was broken when I got rid of the ferry terminal, because I had to move that to correspond better with the new city layout. So we will need to fix that in the next episode, probably. Outside of that, though, I think next episode we'll probably be able to just take care of that and expand out the suburbs, I think, is probably going to be a good course of action to take. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts on the new expansion in the comments below. It looks like our population is growing up. We actually had kind of a bad decrease in population between last episode and this one, which is kind of interesting. So we went well below 17,000 for a while, which is right around where we were. So our population hit around I don't know, maybe 16,500. I can't remember the exact number. But then as I was doing the construction thing, it really plummeted to well under 16,000. So now we are rebounding. It looks like we may be about to hit 17,000 again, which will be good. I think that was our last milestone, was actually when we hit 17,000 for the first time. And we haven't really gotten much done on the population front since then. So I'm really excited to be able to change that in the next episode. Hopefully, I think that this suburban area expansion is going to be huge, because this area, despite the odd road layout, is a much more efficient use of space relative to how much housing can fit in there, I think, than this area, which, despite being high density, is just very spaced out because of the road layout, which makes it look nice, feel nice, not so good for efficiency though. So that's sort of the plan going forward. Oh, I also finished the monorail line off camera, so that goes now all the way down to here, and I added the stops here on either side. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave it a like, share it with other people who you think might be interested, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already, and podcast link in the description. And until next time, have a nice day.